He did not plan to get caught in the rain. His name was Arthur, a man of routine, a creature of habit. Every morning, he'd check the weather app on his phone. Sunny, it said. Clear skies. All day. So, he left his umbrella, the black one with the sturdy wooden handle, resting in its stand by the door, a silent sentinel on a day off. His walk to the office was predictable. A 15-minute journey he could trace with his eyes closed. Past the bakery with the smell of fresh bread. Past Mrs. Gable's prize-winning roses. Past the park where children's laughter always seemed to hang in the air. He was a numbers man, an accountant. His world was one of ledgers and balance sheets, of predictable outcomes and calculated risks. Rain was an anomaly, an unscheduled deviation he hadn't accounted for. The first sign was a subtle shift in the light. The bright morning sun dimmed, replaced by a soft, pearly gray. Arthur, engrossed in a column of figures on his monitor, didn't notice. Then came the smell, that earthy scent of petrichor, the perfume of impending rain on dry asphalt. It wafted through the open window, a gentle warning. Still, he worked on, oblivious. It was only when he packed his briefcase at 5 o'clock sharp that he saw it. The window, which had framed a bright blue sky that morning, now showed a world washed in shades of gray. A fat drop of water splattered against the glass, then another, and another, until a steady rhythm drummed against the pane. He sighed. The app had been wrong. He stood under the awning of his office building, a small island of dryness and a sea of rushing water. People hurried past, shielded by a kaleidoscope of colorful umbrellas. A young couple shared one, laughing as they huddled close. A businessman barked into his phone under a massive golf umbrella. Arthur had nothing. He had trusted the data, and the data had failed him. He could call a cab, but the thought of waiting, of the unpredictable arrival time, irked his orderly mind. The bus was an option, but it would be crowded, steamy, and slow. His apartment was only 15 minutes away. A brisk walk. How bad could it be? He took a deep breath, pulled his jacket collar up, and stepped out into the downpour. The rain was cold, instantly soaking his hair and plastering it to his forehead. It seeped through the shoulders of his suit jacket. A chilling advance. The familiar path was transformed. The bakery's sign was blurred, the scent of bread replaced by the damp smell of the city. Mrs. Gable's roses drooped, their vibrant colors muted, their petals heavy with water. The park was empty. The laughter washed away. He walked faster, his polished leather shoes, a point of personal pride, squelching with every step. He was no longer Arthur the accountant, a man in control. He was just a man, getting soaked. A car sped past, hitting a puddle and sending a tidal wave of grimy water all over his trousers. He didn't even flinch. What was a little more water? And then, something strange happened. As the water streamed down his face, blurring his vision, Arthur started to laugh. It began as a small chuckle. A ridiculous sound in the middle of the deluge was a mess. His carefully planned day was ruined. His expensive suit was probably beyond saving, and it was hilarious. He stopped walking, right in the middle of the sidewalk, and just stood there, head tilted back, letting the rain wash over him. He wasn't calculating risk or balancing a sheet. For the first time in a long, long time, he was simply feeling the cold water on his skin, the squish of his shoes, the sheer, unadulterated chaos of the moment. The walk home took him 30 minutes instead of 15. When he finally fumbled for his keys, dripping a puddle onto the welcome mat, he wasn't angry or frustrated. He felt cleansed. He stepped inside, leaving a trail of water to the bathroom. As he peeled off his soaking clothes, he glanced at his reflection in the mirror. His hair was a wreck, his shirt was translucent, and there was a genuine, wide smile on his face. The next morning, the weather app predicted another sunny day. Arthur looked at it, then walked over to the stand by the door. He picked up his umbrella, the black one with the sturdy wooden handle. He smiled, tucked it under his arm, and walked out the door. After all, you just never know, and sometimes the unpredictable path is the most interesting one to walk. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe for more.